The idea for the Shoes for Kids campaign really came out of a meeting that I'd had with Pat Trainer at Dakota Medical Foundation. We were looking at ways to really get more community involvement in the marathon.
Well, we really think, to be involved in the shoe campaign really signifies something much bigger, and that is, we want to spread this idea of physical activity on a regular basis throughout the entire year. And I think that shoe, the fact is these tennis shoes, running shoes, really embody that message of let's get off the couch and on our feet and join this really exciting movement.
The support we got from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota to say, you know what, we're going to make you get that goal. We're going to make $10,000 and we're going to help put those shoes on kids. So like I said, this is just one of those communities that does that. I mean, things just fall into place.
Wellness and fitness are just very important things for us. We know that people are worried about the cost of healthcare, and we know that a lot of healthcare costs are related to lifestyle. So if people eat the right thing and do just a modest amount of exercise, they can stay healthy for a lot longer time.
And then the Shoes for Kids idea actually just came out of a meeting I did with the board, and I just kind of said, well, what if we took $1 from every one of those 5K registrations and put it into a pool, and then we could raise money to do something special for the schools. And at first we weren't quite sure what that was going to be. We looked at bus transportation, for kids that needed to get back and forth to after school activities. We wanted to be focused on kids, but we just weren't quite sure what the right fit was. And if kids' feet hurt, if kids have shoes that are too tight, if kids have shoes that have holes in them, they're not going to want to run. If it hurts, we don't want to do it. Let's make it so that every kid can be a runner. And the ones that really needed the shoes, the less fortunate really needed the shoes, and then there were some of the schools that wanted to turn it into an incentive program, and said, let's take the kids who are doing well in class, kids who are doing exemplary work in Phi Ed or anything like that, and let's show that they can earn these shoes as an award or reward for doing good work. And so it just really kind of over the course of about 18 to 24 months, it just has morphed into something really kind of cool.
Over 25% of the children in our community schools are in need of financial assistance. Many cannot even afford a new pair of shoes when they need them. Let's take one huge step forward for our community. This spring, Fargo Marathon, Dakota Medical Foundation, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota, and Nike have partnered together to produce a matching funds program with the goal of raising enough money to purchase a new pair of running shoes for 1,000 underprivileged children in the Red River Valley. Every person who registers to run, jog, or walk the Blue Cross Blue Shield Friday Night 5K during the Fargo Marathon event weekend is a difference maker. $1 from your registration will help fund a new pair of shoes for a child in our community. And each dollar will be matched by Fargo Marathon, the Dakota Medical Foundation, and Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. It is one race, only 3.1 miles, 10,000 runners, 1,000 pairs of shoes. Together, we can go far for kids.
The Fargo Marathon events are just a few weeks away, and organizers are asking more people to get involved with one race. This year, proceeds from the Friday Night 5K will go towards buying new shoes for our kids in the community. Their goal is to have 10,000 people in the race, and right now there are about 3,700 people short. Mayor Welker is urging everyone in the community who hasn't already signed up to do so.
To have this process for everybody to participate for a good cause. And remember, you can walk, you can run, anything in the 5K.
Dakota Medical Foundation and Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota will be matching funds raised in the 5K.
We had a goal of 10,000.
There was just such an enthusiasm in the air, and when we announced that we're going forward along with Dakota Medical in making the donations, and there was just the roar from the crowd, that was just really neat. It just told me that people were happy to be there to do the event, but they were also really happy to be involved in a charitable activity too. So the energy was just great. You know, I don't know that I've ever been up in front of that many people before, and to have them responding to what we were trying to do was just really a lot of fun.
A little bit short. And he looked at me and said, "We'll make up the difference." That means 1,000 pairs of shoes for kids right here. Thank you, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota, and the Dakota Medical Foundation for putting this together.
We saw this as a tremendous opportunity to be involved in the marathon, and especially with the shoe giveaway. It was a great opportunity to really spark and ignite the flame of fitness and physical activity in this community.
But to double up on an idea of having 10,000 people participate in a physical activity event, and by doing that raise money so that lower income kids can have a decent pair of shoes so that they can be active. It was just sort of a golden combination.
I just thought it was really amazing to see all ages and all different walks of life out there running, and young, older. I was amazed at all the older people that were out doing it and running, and it was a very, very hot day, as long as I remember, so that was kind of neat. The community had sprinklers out and kids were running through those, and but the finish line was the best. That's always fun to see everybody cross it and their excitement on their face.
My granddaughter and I ran through every sprinkler and had a ball going through every sprinkler. So it was in the 90s, and I felt very happy that I had made it.
So it was a fun experience, and my hope was that we could get more kids involved in that experience, because every one of them, is coming out with a big smile on their face, running with a big smile. Some of them really pushing themselves beyond maybe where they're comfortable. But again, that's kind of what some of that staying fit and active, and the message is there. That's what you got to do. You got to push yourself sometimes. So a great experience. I hope more kids, more families is what we need to participate in the activities of the marathon. It's a very memorable experience for families.
The biggest impact I think he has, even the children, a lot of those children I don't think had a clue that how much shoes could make a difference until a lot of times when they get them on their feet, they just have this look and they describe the feeling of them. I've had 4 students describe them as clouds on their feet.
And I saw, like I said, people that I knew it was their first time. They felt good about it. They got a finisher medal. They walked in. There was music playing. They got water. It was just a lot of excitement for them, and we felt great about it. And changed some lives, I think. Made some people feel like, hey, our tagline was it's only 3.1 miles, and we made people believe that. And hopefully those people will be back next year, and maybe they're doing 6.2 miles, or maybe they're doing 13.1 next time. Who knows? But hopefully we made an impact on some people's lives who participated, and we know that we made an impact on the lives of kids with the shoes. So.
Remember last spring when runners in Fargo's marathon, the 5K race, helped raise money to buy shoes for local kids?
Well, Fargo Marathon leaders today got to see their cause of putting shoes on children in need turn full circle this morning. Valley News Team's John Treeweiler was with them today, and he's got their story.
Calling it the Shoes for Kids campaign, a plan that dates all the way back to last January, well before any runners and well before the 5K that raised enough money for these 1,000 shoes to help out children in our community. But Mark Knutson and his marathon team know it wasn't just them that made this happen.
There were a lot of people that came out and walked and ran in that 5K last year that never would have dreamed of doing something like that. And hats off to those people too, because they helped put these shoes on the kids who are going to receive them.
The shoes made their first offload stop here at South Elementary in West Fargo, just one of several schools across the valley lucky enough to receive the gift.
In the past, you had some shoes donated to us for that, and we've always been able to find people who need those, so now we don't have to go out and ask for them. And I think the other part that we're really excited about is just the whole idea of getting kids more involved, more active.
Speaking of being more active, Knutson and his marathon team already have their sights set high for next year's 5K.
We got a lot of people to do something that they wouldn't have done normally, and that they had fun doing it. So, maybe those 10,000 people come back, and if they can bring a friend, who knows, maybe we'll go somewhere north of 15,000.
Lofty goal. Well, in the past 8 years, the Fargo Marathon weekend has grown to more than 25,000 participants all across the event.
Physical activity is a very important part of everybody's life, and especially at an elementary level, I really strive to teach our students that, and very important to teach them at this age that they have a lot of different options to choose from for physical activity, and things like running is something you can do for a lifetime. And so we want to really promote anything that they can do and learn to do that they can keep on doing on their own, maybe outside of the gym, and just increase that lifelong love of physical fitness.
We can go on a marathon, but we can encourage them by buying shoes for them also. And I think it just lights up their lives, knowing that somebody cares.
We're all about running and racing, and I mean, we are a marathon organization, and I just firmly believe that, to get a good start with any type of running, it all starts in the shoes. It all starts in the shoes.
Like they say on television, just move, get up and move, and do what you can, even in a short time. You can do it.
Run with perseverance. And we just got to keep going.